I'm not necessarily looking good today. Didn't put any makeup on because the boys had to go to school, earlier school, daycare. And the little one is still at home. I have this dream already for a long time to do projects abroad for just a couple of months, then return to the Netherlands and then do another project abroad for a couple of months. And I used to think that I wanted to do this as a business person in the corporate world. But over the past 2 years, I've made this change towards becoming a visual artist and identify truly with that. And I suddenly realized that I can apply this dream as well on the life of being a visual artist. So I found this amazing residency in Paris. It's super professional. The jury seems really like the elite people of this art world. So it feels like a stretch, but it also feels like I need to do this. And I'm working on it. And because I'm quite sleep deprived due to the second baby, I'm standing up because that makes me feel more active. This is knowledge I have from my other profession, which is presentation trainer. So yeah, there we go. Wish me luck. You know what? I decided to do a little puck. So my name is Puck or Poek, or actually in Dutch it's Puk, but no foreign language speaker can ever pronounce that, which I'm totally fine with. That is something my parents didn't think about. I will tell you more on a later stage about what I stand for in this big project that I would like to do and would love to do in Paris. But I thought I should first share with you that I'm a big fan of taking care of yourself. So if you feel like, make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure that, you feel awesome. Yeah. And that's why my friend called it a pukje doen. So do a little puck. And as you can see, this is the mess in my house. And there I've written out the story for Paris. I think the universe has my back. I was working really hard to get everything into the system for the residency in Paris. The deadline is tomorrow at midnight, but tomorrow morning I leave for a three-day artist in residency in Germany. So actually my deadline is tonight. However, I work best when there's like this deadline. Then I'm suddenly on fire, very effective. Then my business brain goes on. I used the past weeks to be creative and just sort of find the story I wanted to tell and what I wanted to share with the selection committee. But now it's business brain time. So I was really working hard in this system. And if I'm looking that way because that's where my computer at, says. And suddenly I was kicked out. And now I just saw that they delayed the deadline to November 15. So that probably means that on November 14, I will have this same red cheeks as I have now. But at least it gives me time to pack my stuff for Germany and to go to bed in a proper time instead of, working on this story the whole night and then still have to pack my stuff for Germany whilst I have to leave the house at 9:15. And both little kids will be at the house tomorrow. So the question is already if I can leave the house at 9:15. So now this just gives me a bit more space to breathe and to make things happen and sleep properly, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So this is the very unromantic, unstylish preparation for my trip to Germany. Unfortunately, I don't have a studio to work in at the moment, so my neighbors were so kind as to keep my stuff in storage, including my couch. But it means that I don't know where everything is. And I want to take the bare minimum to also limit myself in all the possibilities that are there in what I'm gonna make in the next 3 days, what I'm gonna create. Or maybe I'm gonna create nothing, but at least I don't want to have not 1,000 options, but only 4. So I'm just looking for my most favorite materials, and then pack my very ancient Kipling bag, sleeping bag, and let's go. We have arrived in... I just walked a lot of stairs and my condition is not so good yet. We've just arrived in the residency in Germany, and it's this former psychiatric institution. So my studio is gonna be a former psychiatric room. But the rooms are in the rooftop, how do you say that? Top of the building. Look, so these are the windows, I will show you later. And this is my one-person bed. And one of those beds, my roomie will sleep in. During our studies, we've been here 3 times and we were always roomies, so it's nice to do that again. We graduated in 2019. And there's also people from other years coming, other graduation years, but a big group of our graduation years also now here, so it's really nice to be back. And it's time to get into my art clothes. So this is my workspace for the coming 3 days. And I'm sort of a habit person, so it's the exact same space that I've had 3 times before. Only now we're in November, so the light is quite different than when in spring. Very calming environment. So let me tell you a bit more about where I'm coming from. So I used to be this international businesswoman. I might still be, but I identify now more as a visual artist. This is in any case what I'm working towards. And the reason why I quit my corporate job already a few years ago is because I truly believe that the world would look differently if at the top of the corporate world, in corporate companies, or any company possibly, masculinity and femininity would be more equal, that trickles down to society. Because it's a microclimate in itself. It's how we treat people within companies, it's the products and services designed, it's what the employees take home. So it has a genuine influence on society as a whole. So I decided to become a presentation trainer, which I still am. I called my company Beam, but I also found out that I didn't want to build a training company, that is not where my passion lies. And in the end I found out I would like to be a visual artist. Beam evolves around helping women to take their stage and inviting men to share their stage. So it's not meant as a we women need to fight men. No, it is meant as we need to do something together to make the world and society a different place. So this is where my art and beam evolves all around. And I'm gonna take you with me on this journey on how I put this via my art into the world. As a beginning artist, so it's not gonna be the glory story, might be a messy story sometimes. So this is interesting. I just sort of out of accident checked my email box and saw that the system in which the residency in Paris wants to have all the documentation sent me an email that the deadline is still today at 12. So I dived into the system again, and indeed now it says November 4th, which means that is today. Which means that instead of creating art, I have to dive into my business brain again. And it's now 6 o'clock, so I have 6 hours left.